In this video you will learn everything you need to know about how to build and play Zed properly in season 2024. First I'm going to talk about what runes you should go with Zed, and then about the items, and then the last segment is gonna be gameplay oriented. So without further ado, let's start with the runes. There are two rune pages that are the best on Zed right now, Electrocute and Conqueror. Depending on those two main rune pages, your items and your playstyle will change, which I will teach you guys soon. The Electrocute rune page looks like this. The starting items with that rune page are a longsword and potions. Feel free to take a refillable potion if you play against a lane that can poke super hard, but if you play against somebody that can poke you pretty hard in laning phase, just take triple potions. The best summoner spells with that rune page are Ignite and Flash. Transcendence and Scorch is pretty good when you are fighting champions that are pretty easy to kill and poke for Zed, like Aurelion Sol, Corki, Talia and so on. Otherwise I prefer Triple Tonic and Futures Market in harder lanes for Zed like Akali, Karma, Malzahar, etc. Also you can change Futures Market for Minion Dematerializer if you know how to use it properly. If you struggle a lot against champions who poke you hard in mid lane like LeBlanc, Lux, Karma, feel free to change Ignite for Teleport. Teleport will allow you to reset when needed after being poked too much. The other rune page that you should go is the Conqueror rune page. The starting items with that rune page are a Doran's Blade and one potion. The best summoner spells with that rune page are always Ignite plus Flash. That rune page is extremely good into melee champions and fighters in mid lane like Yasuo, Irelia, Galio, or if somebody decides to pick a tank in the mid lane. Okay, now let's see the items. With Electrocute, the standard build that you can go every game should look like this. Of course, you can do some adjustments to your last item depending on the game. Sometimes the enemy has a lot of shielding, so you take Serpent's Fang. Some games you need Edge of Night while engaging so that nobody can CC you immediately. Other than the last item, the most important item is the first item that you buy. It can change from game to game, and we will talk about how you buy your first item in the gameplay part of the video. The Conqueror rune setup has a slightly different item build. If you play Conqueror Zed, the best first item that you can go every game is Eclipse. A good second item is Profane Hydra. Spear of Sojing feels really good when you play Conqueror Zed, so you should always go for it. And then you can finish the build with Zerilda for armor penetration and Axiom Arc for more lethality and ability haste. That's basically the Zed build you wanna go every time while playing Conqueror Zed. The only thing that you can change is if you play against a really tanky team and your team has a lot of AD champions, you can change Zerilda for Black Cleaver. On that way you can reduce armor so your teammates can also do more damage. Okay, now let's talk about the gameplay of Zed with Electrocute versus the gameplay of Zed with Conqueror. With Electrocute, your starting items should always be Longsword and Potions. The item that you buy on your first back is mostly dependent on your current gold. In this clip against Corki, I only had 900 gold, so I decided to buy Dirk because it's a really good first item against this squishy champion. It was just a matter of time where Corki misplays and gives me a free kill, and there is not much he could have done about it since Dirk is a super good gold efficient item. Because I bought Dirk on my first back, I'm gonna finish Opportunity as my first item. In this clip, Tala misplayed and gave me a free kill. This means I'm gonna have Brutalizer on my first back. Because of that, my first item is gonna be Voltaic. Voltaic is a pretty good first item that you can buy with Zed. The reason why is because it charges super fast with Zed. Look at this clip against Katarina. In just a couple of seconds I procced it 2 times against her, which allowed me to get a pretty easy kill. That's basically how you wanna get your first item on Zed. It really depends on your first back and the matchup you play against. Against some champions you wanna take Triple Tonic. The reason why I like it so much is because at level 6 you can get the potion that gives you adaptive power. The way you wanna play this is go back and buy your first item. And then at level 6 you can just pop the potion before you all in your enemy, and that's how you can easily win your lane. Okay, now let's summarize what we learned. In this clip I'm against Hui. I have to back in this position because I just have low HP. Since I have only 800 gold, I need to buy Dirk. When I get back to lane, I hit level 6, pop the adaptive potion and get an easy solo kill. That kill allows me to snowball my lead and get another kill. The first item that I'm gonna build this game is Opportunity, since I already have a Dirk. Okay, let's see one more quick example with Electrocute. Here I'm playing against Lissandra and I have to recall. If I had enough gold for Brutalizer, I would have bought it, but since I don't have enough gold, I just simply bought Dirk, boots and a potion. Here you can clearly see how good of a power spike Zed gets when he buys the first lethality item. Your highest skill potential in lane is always after the first back. If you play against a champion that stacks a lot of HP in mid lane like Cassio because of Rod of Ages and Seraph's Embrace, you can go Eclipse as your first item even if you play Electrocute because it's really good. Okay, that's basically how you play Zed with Electrocute in lane. Let's see Zed with Conqueror. When you play Zed with Conqueror, you wanna buy Doran's Blade and one potion every game. The item that you want to go on your first back is either pickaxe or longsword, and the reason why is because Eclipse should be the first item you build every game while playing with Conqueror. When you buy Eclipse, you can 1v1 pretty much anyone. The power spike with this item is just way too good. In this clip I was against Irelia and I just finished Eclipse. Even though Tahm Kench was trying to help her out, she just didn't stand a chance with Zed with Eclipse. Because of the kills that Irelia gave me, I decided to go Profane Hydra secondary to further snowball my lead. As you can see, Irelia couldn't do anything at this point even though she was the same level as I am. And that's everything for today. I also do private coaching, so if you're interested in a way of learning Zed matching what you need, you can just send me a mail and I will respond as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching and I will see you next time.